Yo, what's going on YouTube? EV Trades over here. Today we're October the 28th. I'm funded around 500k across all these 10 accounts on Tradeify, my top step. So on my Tradeify, I bought 4 combines today and I passed it all with one huge big trade. And then on this account over here, I also had it for like 3 days. I passed it, taking the trade on gold. And then on my tops, let me just show you guys. I already have an express over here, so I just had an extra 4. So right over here, boom, I passed it all today. I'm gonna refresh it so you guys don't think I'm doing some type of inspect element or whatever. Boom, as you guys can see, 4 accounts over here. I'm gonna pay these ones soon, and then I'm gonna actually be funded. But yeah, so the 4 accounts that I took a trade on today. Let me show you guys. I took a trade on gold. So normally I trade NQ, but NQ has been super horrible and choppy. Like if I just go on to the 15 minute, I'm gonna show you guys. No, if I just go on the 1 minute actually, so you guys can really see it properly. Bro, ignore this. 9:30. Is this 9:30? Yeah, there you go. 9:30 when I was supposed to get on and trade. This was the price action, bro. I didn't even like, as soon as I seen that this high over here got taken right before high, and we're all-time highs, like, yeah, it's gonna do something stupid. I'm not gonna waste my time, because if it didn't get taken, I would have tried to gone in and try to just do a small tiny trade and try to just get that high and get out, you know. But nah, it got taken right before market open, so I was like, I'm not gonna waste my time. I went straight to gold. I'm alright, cool. Let me try to find some nice on gold. Gold's been treating me beautifully the past few days, right? So I took the trade on gold. I took the trade. I put my TP over here, my stop loss, and then I actually ended up bringing it over here and adding in extra. So I don't really, you could say like a 4RR, whatever. I don't really care. I just made my money and I risked it decently. I risked it properly. So yeah, coming into the day for gold, I'm like, you know what, I'm not even gonna bother just going into the daily and anything. It's not gonna be too crazy. Like the previous daily low and daily high are so far from each other, I'm not gonna waste my time. But I did see there's this new daily open gap, so I'm okay, that's my, if I'm going for an extreme long, I'm gonna take that. So coming into the 4 hour, I see that boom, there's this 4 hour gap over here that hasn't been touched yet. So let me just put this back over here, start new. It hasn't been touched yet, right? But not only that, we just came into this 4 hour gap and I messed up, but that candle's supposed to be up here. So I'm just gonna put 1. Yeah, boom. So we came into this for value gap, closed inside of it, and went back up. All right, cool. I go down to the 1 hour. What do I see? On the 1 hour, I see that there's an extreme for value gap just right over here, right next to the 4 hour gap right over here. Boom. Hold on. 4 hour for value gap. So I just had the 1 hour mapped out on here in case I wanted to keep going higher, but I was like, man, look, I'm not gonna do too much. So yeah, so going down to the 15, I don't really see anything too crazy over here. There's not any for value gaps here that I can really see anything. So boom, I go to the 15 minute. I see on the 15 minute, boom, there's a value gap over here. Price comes into it. So this is my macro, right? This is right before it. Price comes into it, taps into this this 15. I need to speak slow. This 15 minute for value gap, taps into it, closes above the consequent encroachment, and then starts to go upwards. So I'm okay. We're already bullish. That's good. That's a sign that we're bullish. I see over here there's an SMT on it on the downside. So I'm okay. I'm even more likely to be bullish. And looking at the entire thing, we're basically at the discount, the extreme discount of it. So it makes sense to be bullish. Our midnight candle open is right over here, and our 8:30 candle is somewhere around over here. So we're pretty much good to be bullish. Now it's just really about going into the smaller time frame and trying to find a nice entry. So as already seen, look, we have the SMT here, 15 minute for value gap, so it's basically a key level, and we're inside, if I'm not mistaken, another 4 hour for value gap. No, yeah, we are inside another 4 hour for value gap. Yes, so we're inside a 4 hour. We just got a 15 minute fair value gap, extreme 2, that got tapped into, respected. Price goes back up. I found this 1 minute chain, this 1 minute breaker block, and I ended up taking a trade earlier, and I put my stop all the way down here. So when I enter my trades, most times I'll put my stop super low, and then when price is going upwards, I'll tighten my stop up and then add extra contracts, and it ends me with something like over here. My stop was literally at this 1 minute breaker block. So, but before that, price went down, tapped into this 1 minute for value gap. After that, started going upwards. 1 minute change in the state. So it respected the 15, respected the 1 minute, went back up. I had this breaker block over here, but then this is while it was trade. So when I seen this breaker block, I was like, all right, cool. Price went up above it, respected it for a little bit, and then disrespected it, so it doesn't count. It's invalid. But something about invalid breaker blocks are good to have as whatchamacallit, as stop losses. It's so weird, but this, like, what I've seen in the market is whenever price will like go so far away from it, it never bothers to come down and touch it. So when I seen that price was probably like just a little bit upwards over there, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just put my stop at this breaker block over here, boom, and I'll just let it ride. So there's nothing really too crazy about this, man. SMT, we were in the 4 hour for value gap already, so that's already okay. And then price closes upwards. We have this 15-minute for value gap that we tapped into, respected. This 1 minute huge for value gap right over here, tapped into it, respected it, closed above it, not even inside of it, above it, went back straight up. 1 minute change in the state over here. Okay, cool. As soon as the 1 minute change in the state, I literally just took my trade. I put my stop loss down over here at this 1 minute for value gap, and as price started to go just slightly a little bit up, I just really a displacement. So I'd say probably around this candle, just a displacement. Boom, added extra contracts, and I put my stop loss down at this breaker block, invalid breaker block basically, and I rode it all the way till I think my stop loss was somewhere over here, because I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I was really just trading. Mostly I was trading the right bias, but I was really just trading to get my money to be where it's supposed to be at. So I think I exited around over here, but my main TP would have just been this 4 hour, and that would have been about it. And that's literally all that I took today. Anything else? To be honest, changing the state 1 minute, there wasn't an inverse value gap in this one, but to be honest, if there's a fair value gap and it has a change in the state and there's displacement too, so it made a fair value gap on top of doing that, so you see the nice displacement, you should also take it too. It's powerful, but I'd say inverse value gap is still more powerfuler, but it's still a powerful thing to do. So other than that, that's really about it. And opening price, so as you can see, like I said before, right, we're at the extreme over here. It doesn't make sense to be at an extreme and then go straight down. If anything, price would at least want to come and touch equilibrium, so around the 15% of it. The 15% of it would be somewhere around here. It at least want to touch somewhere around here, then go back down. But it didn't make sense for me. I was, like I said, my bias was bullish looking into the market. So yeah, took that trade, going all the way up. I was holding my trade patiently. I had everything in my setup. So I'm like, okay, look, if I take a loss, I'm gonna take a small loss because I didn't risk too much. But at the end of the day, it was an A+ setup, textbook. SMT, and it wasn't inverse, but for value gap, change in the state, key levels are matching up, and I had a 4 hour for value gap here for jaw liquidity. It was literally beautiful. NQ on the other hand was not. Look at this price action, it's ridiculous. But yeah, man, that's how I got funded. Boom, as you guys can see, 4 accounts over here, 500k. So literally, if I trade 500k funded, I have 10 accounts. So I'm excited to see what I'm gonna do, and I really do want to have 100,000 in payouts for the year ends for Q4. So that's really what I'm looking forward to. So yeah, man, I literally have like 2 months and 3 days left to hit 100k payout. So I hope I do that. I'm gonna just document every trade I take on these big accounts, and I'm gonna use my trade syncer too. And yeah, guys, that's really it for the daily recap, for the trade recap. I hope you guys enjoy, and yeah, let me know what else you guys want to see when it comes to me making these videos, man. Yeah, EB trades them out. Peace.